The best of the Morning X.
99X.
Ladies and gentlemen, on time. The worm is in the house. Dennis Rodman on the Morning X. Hey, Dennis.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you, man?
Hello.
I'm good, brother.
I got to believe the hardest job in all of this city is waking Dennis Rodman up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
He's probably just getting in.
Damn right. Damn right, brother. I guess I got to do it because I got some good things going on tonight.
I know. I mean, some publicists, they're all sitting in a room and they're like, who gets the short straw? Who gets the job of waking Rodman up this morning?
Maybe they hate it, brother. They hate it.
Now, you
Really?
said you had a lot of big things tonight. Are the big things from last night done yet?
Oh, that's, it was all good. I didn't really go to any parties last night. I got to save all my energy and all my love for the night.
Well, now, wait a minute.
love.
Wasn't Magic Johnson's party was last night, I think, wasn't it?
Imagine, come on, man. That's not a party. That's a cocktail party.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, that's all corporate. That's all corporate, brother. Come on.
I'm going to guess that there's going to be some serious talent at this party tonight.
Bro, all my parties have serious talent. Every party I throw, brother, around the country has serious talent.
Well, I know you had some of our buddies play at one of your parties, I believe, live.
Right.
You have a knack for throwing parties, and then we always hear about it in the tabloids the next day.
Right, that's right, brother. Just like I say, hopefully that you guys can come down and you check it out. And tomorrow, I guarantee you will be talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you're talking at all. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, who are some of the other bands that you've asked to throw you a favor and played some of your parties?
Well, I can pretty much get anybody I want to. Red Hot Chili Peppers are real good friends of mine. Live, of course. Pearl Jam, of course. A few other bands. I can't think right now because it's too damn early. Mm-hmm. You catch me off guard right now, brother.
Well, that's all right.
Got me to think right now after going out last night.
Well, that's all right. We know there's probably some good bands.
Now, Dennis, we had read a couple of weeks ago that you might be working on some sort of a sitcom similar, not a sitcom, but a series similar to VIP that Pamela Anderson does. Is that true? Are you working on it?
We're doing some. We may be doing something next summer called The Consultants.
That's right.
And it's gonna be it's gonna be very, very interesting because you're gonna have different athletes and from different various sports like boxing, martial arts, wrestling, basketball, you name it. Go down the list. You got about 6-7 people that's going to be doing things that's very different.
And what do you play in The Consultants?
I'm playing the mentally ill son of a bitch.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, how'd you get that role?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
let's see. I don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Dennis, do you want to play basketball or not?
Well, that's a very interesting question. I was like, I really don't have to play basketball, but it's just the fact I think that I have to come back and give people, some entertainment. I have to come back and give them what they want. Because you don't have Michael anymore. You don't have really. That's basically it. And really, you really don't have anybody that you want to go see in the game. So basically, I think I have to come back and give the people what they want.
Did you and Michael get along?
Absolutely. Michael's in Georgia right now, just doing it up.
Mm-hmm. He seems like a guy who wouldn't put up with the Dennis Rodman escapades in a serious, being in the locker room in a game situation that he would say, "Yo, chill, Dennis."
No, Michael said one thing that was very, very interesting. He said, "You know what? We don't care what Dennis does as long as he come and play and does his job. Who cares? That's the attitude that people should look at me. Who gives a damn what I do?" If I come into the games and I give you 110% and I'm doing my thing, hey, that's not a problem.
You were the reason that I went to half of the games that I went to because that's what I like about the NBA and the electricity that you bring to the floor. Why can't you just pick a team, Dennis, and stick with them and do your business?
Well, brother, I'm very, let's see. I get very disinterested sometimes because it's like when you've been in the game so long and you're so accustomed to certain things and they don't go your way. It's hard. It's hard to keep focused. But hopefully I can keep focused next. If I come back this year and then hopefully next year will be my last year and I'm out of here, brother. And it's time for me to move on.
I was going through an old sports book the other day, and I saw a picture of you in one of your first or second seasons in the NBA. I think it was at Detroit, and I'm looking at this picture of you, the clean-cut kid, and with the cherubic face, and I'm thinking, who is that guy? And I'm wondering, what was going on in the head of that guy back then?
Well, it's one of those guys that was a follower. He wasn't really individual that had his own mind. He had to follow to find out where the yellow brick road was going. And once I found out, I said, "Oh, wait a minute, I can do this by myself." And but it's very interesting, though, you say that. I mean, if you look at the NBA today than you did back then, I mean, you let me know how many guys today that you know in the NBA or any sport that don't have a tattoo.
Oh no, or a scar, or a
you know. Let me know. Let me one player in the NBA that don't have a tattoo that you can't see.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, and you know, honestly, you know, you talk about, well, that wasn't really Dennis Rodman, and a lot of people have said about you that all the shenanigans and all the antics that we see you in on the paper every day, that's just done for attention and for publicity. But see, I believe that that's really you. I believe that this is you, because you couldn't do this every day if it wasn't you.
Oh, bro, come on now. I mean, believe me, it was just for attention and just to get the glory. Oh, come on, man, I'll be exhausted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's my point.
This is me. This is Dennis Rodman. This is me. I don't try to put on no act, no nothing.
That's
brother.
my point. That's my point.
Well, Dennis, where what was it all just pent up back in the early days in Detroit?
Well, because, like I say, coming out of college, it was very difficult when you're coming from a small town and you've never been anywhere in your life, and when you go somewhere and you have to learn the system, and then once you realize, this is not right, man, you have to visualize in your head that you have to follow a new direction, go somewhere new, and I pretty much got bored. I got bored pretty much, and I just said, I have to change. I have to change something. Something has to change for me to keep myself in the NBA. So it happened. It happened when I went to San Antonio. It was the best thing that happened to me.
What would you have been if you wouldn't have gone in and played in the NBA and been a professional basketball player?
Well, I think I would have just been just a regular individual, just 9 to 5, or married, had a couple of kids, or whatever. Or probably if I would have stayed in that environment I was in, in the ghetto, or probably in jail or dead.
Because a lot of people don't know, you didn't really have like this big, flourishing, big, like marquee college career.
Oh, not at all, brother. I had to leave school so people could even know who the hell I was. I was 3-year All-American. I led the nation in rebound 3 years straight, and nobody knew who I was. I had to leave school early so I could go, pursue this career, and the rest is history.
When the movie is made about your life, who will play Dennis Rodman?
Bro, I don't think anyone can play me because they have to be around me to know me.
I'm thinking Angela Bassett.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Really, you think?
No,
Hey, Dennis, a couple of people want to ask you a question. Is that cool?
Sure. Call up. Talk to Dennis.
Hey, Kristen, you're on with Dennis Rodman.
Hey, I'm having a bad hair day. Can you give me any advice on what to do, how to stay ahead of everybody else, with styles?
What do you use? Your favorite hair care product, Dennis?
Well, I was having a bad hair day, huh? Well, let's see. First, don't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And make sure she's satisfied. And then when that's all done, then get up in the morning, wash your face off with some cold water, slick your hair back, no matter what kind of mousse it is, and knock yourself out. And there you go, brother.
Dennis, have you seen guys in the NBA that you think are trying to mimic you and do your thing?
Well, I think a lot of guys in the NBA are trying to mimic me. I think a lot of guys are trying to say, okay, great, I really despised Dennis Rodman back then, but now all of a sudden if you look at him, people are just really pretty much independent individuals now. They don't give a damn. They don't care. Here's me. But it's only one me. And I think people understand that. And I think that's the reason why I'm so visible and so liked by a lot of people in the world.
Who's the dirtiest NBA player right now under the rim?
I really haven't watched one game this year.
You haven't watched one game?
Let me rephrase it. Who's the dirtiest player that you've had a scrap with under the rim?
Oh, my God. Man, it's been a lot of them. It's been a lot of them, brother. I'll say Bill Laimbeer.
Laimbeer?
Yeah.
And, what was he famous for? What would he always get away with?
Oh, everything from punching you, elbowing you, poking you, everything, bro. He could do everything to irritate the hell out of you.
Yeah, well, but you do the same thing, right? I mean, that's part of the job.
Well, but you got to look how big I am. I'm only 225, brother, and 6'6". Come on, brother. But you know what? I'm 225, 6'6", and look what I do. It's amazing what I do for my size.
You don't have anything left to prove on the court. You got 5 NBA rings. You're certainly not a guy who plays by anybody else's rules or who does stuff for other people. You do things, you do what Dennis Rodman wants to do. But like when we asked you at the beginning, why do you want to go back into basketball? You said, well, because I want to do it for the people, which almost doesn't jive. I mean, let's face it, it's a good paycheck.
Well, not really, because you got to look at it, brother. How much is it going to pay me? What, $500,000 after taxes? What, $250,000, or maybe that? It's not for the money.
Is that all they're gonna that you think you
for
can
the
get?
rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, right?
That's the rest of the year. So it's not that much money. So people don't understand. He's going for the money. He's going for Dallas Mavericks. It's not about that, brother. It's not even about the money. The people got to understand it. And they got to quit trying to analyze, and trying to say, well, he's going for the money. If I was going for the money, Jesus Christ, I would have stayed with the Lakers and made a hell of a lot more money.
Well, also, I mean, and none of us in the room are professional athletes, and I don't know that we understand that professional athletes, and they said this about Michael Jordan for all those years, like you have something in you that has to compete. You don't feel like a complete person unless you are competing. You are a competitor.
You have to be in this sport. You have to be competitive. I mean, if you see all these guys, this money and $15-16 million a year, I mean, you really don't have any incentive to play. If you would have came back when we came in, hey, dude, I mean, it was all about playing basketball. I mean, it's all about going out there and kicking somebody's ass. It ain't all about worrying about, what's the next car you're going to buy, what next jewelry you're going to buy, what next fancy clothes you're going to get. It wasn't all about that. It's all about going out there and competing against each other, and seeing who's the best. And that's basically how I think.
Hey, are you a knee-jerk spender, Dennis? Do you just take loads of cash around, do whatever the hell you want?
That's one thing about me. I don't carry cash. I carry credit cards. Don't leave home without it, baby.
But I think what Barnes is saying is, do you like to buy toys?
No, I got a few toys, but it's not. I got one house, and that's basically it. That's all I need. I don't need anything else.
What do you drive?
I drive a F-350 diesel pickup truck.
Now, you drive a
350
pickup?
diesel pickup?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are you living these days?
Orange County, baby. Orange County,
are
California.
you? Down in California. You've done, I mean, just about everything there is to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have. You've lived.
Brother. I've lived a life of every individual's dream.
Let me ask you this. What was the last thing or maybe something somebody asked you to do or participate in, aside from like, a real serious drug? But, I mean, something like maybe at a party that you said, no, not even Dennis Rodman's doing that.
Wow. I guess I can't really say on the radio, brother.
Then I'll ask you, ever been in an orgy?
Oh, man, come on, man. You asked me something that's very simple. Hell yes. Are you kidding?
Probably one right now.
Come on.
Are you kidding? Come on, man. I think everybody should at least indulge in that once in their lives. Come on.
Jimmy, that's got to be the dumbest question.
That has to be the dumbest question. Come on, fire this guy.
This is Dennis Rodman we're talking to.
Well, explain, because I don't
Not Mary
understand.
Poppins.
How many people are in one of those?
You probably did Mary Poppins.
How many people are in one of those? Like the one that you were in, or whatever ones you're in. How many people?
I don't know. You say about 100, 150. I mean, you got to, when you go in, the mandatory thing you have to do. You have to to come in. You have to put your clothes, at the front door, and you walk in, free balling out the ass. So that's basically it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And is it usually? Do they make sure that it's equal men and women, or do you get there sometimes and it's like too many guys?
Well, you really, if you swing it in the bat on both sides of the plate, I mean, you have your own section. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you swing it in the bat, it don't matter if you lefty or righty. Oh, you're all good, brother.
Who's the most shocking little Hollywood starlet you've seen show up at one of your little soirees?
Well, I'm not going to say
like he's going to name a name.
I can't do that.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Hey, brother, I'm going to have to get out of here. I got to go do some other things here, brother.
All right, Dennis.
But it's cool to be on the show.
Hey, we got to do one more thing. Take 15 seconds. Give us 15 seconds, Dennis. We're going to ask you to participate in a little game here, a contest that we have with all the celebrities who we have on the show, and this is called our fish quiz.
Yeah, 15 seconds. Name as many fish as you can. That's it. Everything living underwater counts.
You think of a menu or something.
Fish.
Yeah. Just as many kinds of fish that you can think of in 15 seconds.
Are you kidding me right now? I don't know not one fish.
Worm, come on, Worm. You're a competitor, man.
I know, bro, but you asked me something that's out of my league right now.
But you are a guy of the world. You're a man who's been around town.
Dennis, you don't want to go in the books as the worst ever. Come on, just throw a couple fish.
I have to be. I have to be known for something in Georgia.
Come on. Hey, 15 seconds. Ready?
Go.
Hi, we got to jump. He's got another appearance in 10 minutes. We're
Hey.
about 20 minutes away.
He won't do
He's
the
got-
fish
Can
quiz.
you
I
name
will-
15? Can you name fish in 15 seconds, ma'am?
Can I name fish?
Yeah, in 15 seconds.
Oh.
Name as many fish as you can.
We'll give Dennis the credit.
Go ahead. We'll give
Okay.
Dennis the credit.
Go.
Mark, it's a
Salmon, swordfish, bluefish, sole, tuna, yellowtail, red snapper,
The puck fish. That doesn't count.
mahi-mahi, cod.
Okay,
8.
That's it. 8. We'll credit Dennis's account with 8.
Thank
Can we
you,
say-
thank you, guys.
All
we
right,
can't
bye.
say goodbye to Dennis.
He's gone.
Oh.
All right, she's one of the
I just cut it off.
So Dennis Rodman's publicist got 8 fish.
And she also
Well-
said a bad word on the air.
Yes,
No,
she did.
didn't. You
Yes,
heard
she-
wrong. The puck fish.
Yeah.
The puckfish?
It was the puck fish.
Okay, good.
And
Okay, now the next contest will be how many times did Dennis Rodman say "brother"? And
Brother,
you
yo,
win
the love.
you win tickets.
I
yeah.
gotta say, he was actually pretty cool.
And I got to say, he was right on time.
I mean, I just was shocked.
I was
Brother.
very blown up. When that phone rang, yo, this is Robin. what's
Barnes,
up,
he's
man?
misunderstood.
And on the phone, he was like this. Yo, man, what's up, brother? I was like, hey, Dennis, can you speak up? We're about to go in there. Yo, man, spread the love, man. I'm down with it. I got you, brother.
Yeah,
I
okay,
got it.
whatever.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.